Ain't nothing to it but to do it right. What's Venus? Venus is the second planet from the sun. It's never more than 47 degrees away from the sun. It's feminine energetically. It rules the signs of Taurus and Libra, as well as the second and the seventh houses of the zodiac chart. And for me, y'all, Venus is all about pleasure, especially the pleasure, that's shared with somebody else in particular. This planet concerns itself with love, romance, harmony, money, marriages, friendships, business partnerships, and beauty. Venus is about spreading happiness and tenderness, and also at the same time teaching us to love and appreciate the things that we possess. It's all about the arts and each one of our individual sense of the aesthetic. What do you see as beautiful? I think you're beautiful. Venus really wants us to indulge our senses and revel in the beauty of the universe. It's inextricably linked to refinement, culture, charm, grace, and wherever it shows up in your chart, for me, it says it's going to bring a touch of class. And this planet kind of deals with pleasure that we derive from our possessions to luxuries of any kind are pleasing to Venus. And it really wants us to appreciate the exquisite side of nature. And, I want to remind you that when you're dealing with Venus, this is an extremely sensual, not necessarily sexual, but an extremely sensual world. And so, what's the sign of Sagittarius? Sagittarius is the ninth sign of the zodiac. It rules over the ninth house. It's ruled by Jupiter, and it lords over the hips and thighs. Its symbol is the centaur or the archer, depending on who you ask, and its mantra is, I see. This here is mutable fire, y'all, and I like to think of Sagittarius as the wanderer energy of the zodiac. This energy is about seeking truth, and the best way to do that for them is to hit the road and have experiences on the fly. Knowledge and wisdom are key here, and it comes through a broad-minded approach to shit. The Sagittarius sign is kind of keenly interested in philosophy and religion, and this is always the true internal quest with this energy. It wants to be free and to really seek out the meaning of life, and that's going to do it in a big way. With Jupiter's influence, wherever Sagittarius shows up, it's going to do it big. No doubt about that. Okay? So, what happens when you're born with Venus and Sagittarius in your natal chart? When I think of these people, I think of somebody that values their freedom to love and create above all else, man. They love and live for adventure, and they pretty much are always willing to gamble on love as long as the experience is teachable. And with them, they usually are. They're able to find the teachable moments in the experience. They're typically pretty high-spirited and, really positive-minded individuals that are sensitive to any kind of limits to their movement. And people that, want more security-minded relationships are going to have a rough time if they fucking with somebody that has displacement, because they need their freedom. There's definitely a little defined edge to Venus and Sagittarius motherfuckers that wants to be able to move freely and seek variety and love and friendships. I'm going to tell you right now that these motherfuckers can be humongous teasers. And that's all the time. I was going to say a lot of the time, but that's all the time. And they kind of have this extremely lighthearted take on relationships, but they also recognize and are kind of drawn to motherfuckers who are truly motivated, and they get turned off by any sketchy ass motherfuckers. They don't like that shit. They ain't turned on by somebody that ain't about shit, or dumb motherfuckers that's always on some idiotic type shit. Sorry, morons. They ain't for you. All in all, they are exquisitely social individuals that really want to experience everything in life firsthand, and preferably with other free spirits like themselves. And others are always going to want to fuck with them because they're so motherfucking positive and fun to be around. And hey, man, that's what's up. Sagittarius is a sign that they would say is like sun's frontiers. So they're always going to want to broaden their horizons by traveling and experience people from all over everywhere. I can say that. Venus and Sagittarius, you know, their little black book is probably full of motherfuckers because these motherfuckers are like avid collectors of friends and lovers, which are, you know, one and the same a lot of the time for them because more than anything else, you know, they value having a strong friendship and, you know, that's going to help them operate in love. If they're not friends with their lover, they're never going to be cool. They have to be able to laugh with whoever they're involved with. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I'm giving you fair warning though, that they're absolutely not with any of that emotional drama, man. And they're straight up dip the fuck out, you know, if there's any over analyzing going on in the relationship or shit gets too heavy with a quickness, you know, playing, traveling, partying, experience, then, you know, discussing other world cultures. That's going to be the type of shit that floats their boat, man. You know, if you want to get them going. And boredom and monotony is probably going to end up with you getting your feelings hurt if y'all are already involved. And hey, that is what it is. That is what it is, you know. I think, you know, more open-minded or open and even long-distance relationships that, you know, still give them room to breathe and experience other things without judgment is ideal for them. And in this day and age, you know, they're kind of custom built for this shit. So they'll be all right. They will be all right. It's going to take a whole minute for them to commit to one person if they ever even decide to do it. And they're not going to be dishonest about it. They're not going to be out fucking around on you. They're going to let you know off the rip because Sagittarius is also the sign of truth. And they're pretty blunt with how they feel. And a lot of times that's going to get your feelings hurt because they about having fun and living life, you know, and that's just how it is. And, you know, if they ever even, you know, decide to get past that experimental side, because I will say that experimental side they have, you know, it's going to make them very curious to experience all things sexual too. So they're the type to play the field as long as they can. And that's going to be a part of their long-term quest for wisdom through having adventures and experiences. So, hey, that's going to spice up their life. But it's going to take a long time for them to get past that. And they're going to be honest with you about that. And do you have any choice but to respect that? Probably not. Moving on. This is that one motherfucker that never met anybody that ain't they friend. And they just be waving, speaking to everybody on that friendly shit because they understand that friendships enlarge their universe. And that's something they're always about. They're always about broadening their horizons. They're idealistic folks that, you know, can really be a source of inspiration for others. But some are always going to doubt their sincerity since they cast such a wide net. But that's them other motherfuckers' problem. So fuck them. And as with any other prominent Sagittarius placement, you know, you can really fuck up the more sensitive types with your too blunt honesty. But fuck that too, man. Because, hey, man, you're just being honest. My advice, though, for y'all with this placement is that everybody ain't always going to be tolerating that going to test the yard next door and see what that grass is like and then trying to bring your ass back home. You know, so try to consider other people's feelings while you out there having experiences, because there's people that love you. And if you haven't been honest, you need to. And if you're going to be trying out that shit next door, don't expect to be able to bring your ass back home. You understand? And that's just what it was, cuz. But hey, man, y'all do whatever y'all going to do because Sagittarius ain't going to listen to nobody. They do what they want to do. Hey. I appreciate all the love and support, man. This has been some priceless knowledge itself. It don't matter where the fuck you got Venus at. Hey, man, just because you built like that, it don't mean you got to build like that. But if you got some awesome qualities, man, if everybody love you, you build with that shit. Because this positivity that comes with this placement is something to build with. Hey, man, understand it. If you fucking with me, please like, share, subscribe. Hey, man, hit that like button. If you're interested in any astrological readings whatsoever, either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Say, man, keep it true till next time. Here in a little bit, we're going to bring it home with a little something about those people that have Venus and Libra in their natal chart. These pretty motherfuckers. It's all gravy, y'all. If you're interested in astrological readings whatsoever, either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. That's in Western or Vedic or even numerology. Trades up to my days up, cuz.